California Governor Gavin Newsom is following President Biden's lead, refusing to say whether New York Governor Andrew Cuomo should resign. Governor Newsom says New Yorkers will decide if the governor should resign over the sexual allegations made by former female staff members. Governor Cuomo denies the allegations, saying he will not step down. An impeachment investigation into the accusations is underway in the state assembly. With the controversy surrounding New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, New Yorkers are looking to his potential successor, Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul. If Governor Cuomo resigns, Hochul would become the first female governor of New York State. This possible shift is sparking new interest in her background and political positioning in Albany. I want to bring in Katie Glueck. She is the chief metro political correspondent at the New York Times, and she joins me now. Hi, Katie. Welcome. So how well do New Yorkers know Kathy Hochul? And for our viewers who don't know her all that well, can you tell us what she did before becoming lieutenant governor?
Sure. Well, thanks so much for having me. So Lieutenant Governor Hochul has been elected statewide twice, and she is a veteran politician. But polls suggest that a lot of New Yorkers still don't know very much about her. To take a step back, she is someone who has been around government for a very long time. She is a lawyer by training. She got her start in government working on Capitol Hill as an aide to Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan, to Congressman LaFalce. And from there, she held a series of local positions, including Erie County Clerk, before really springing onto the national stage, albeit briefly, in a 2011 special election for Congress. After that district became a little bit more competitive for her, she did not win that re-election, but Governor Cuomo did ask her to be his running mate in 2014, and she won that statewide race then and then again in 2018.
And where does the lieutenant governor fall on the ideological and political spectrum, and how much experience does she have, in Albany?
Sure. So, of course, she's been a part of the Cuomo administration. She is seen as a very loyal lieutenant to Governor Cuomo, even though the two of them are not known to have an especially close personal or working relationship. And as the Cuomo administration has moved to the left, certainly she has embraced that and moved there as well. But to take a step back, for folks who have paid attention to her in her career, she is broadly perceived as a relative moderate in New York politics, as frankly as is Governor Cuomo as well. And certainly taking a look at where her political roots are in Western New York. She's from the Buffalo area. That's the area that she represented after, again, serving briefly during her brief tenure in Congress after winning that special election. And up to that point, she was actually a more conservative Democrat on issues concerning immigration and concerning some measures of gun control, although she has moved further to the left as well on those matters in recent years.
And has she commented on the current situation with Governor Cuomo at all? And, if she were to step into his shoes, either if he resigns or is impeached, what is her relationship with Democrats? Does she have the sort of political magnetism to help pull together a party that appears divided in their opinions of the current governor?
So in terms of what she has said, to take your first question, she said very little. She has indicated her support for the independent investigation into sexual harassment allegations against Governor Cuomo. He has denied misconduct, but she and others have been supportive of that independent investigation. In terms of her reputation in Albany, it's not a place that she has spent very much time. As we were just discussing, she and Governor Cuomo typically do not work very closely together. She's not considered a part of his inner circle. Instead, she has spent a lot of her time on the road. She makes it a point to visit all of New York's 62 counties each year, doing all kinds of local events. So she has built up something of a statewide network. And, in Albany, she is known as someone who's very supportive of female lawmakers in particular. She's made it a point to build some relationships there. So the folks with whom I have spoken suggest that she's considered to be very well liked. She's someone who's thought to be very sharp and is generally quite well respected. But if you take a look at polling among New York voters, in fact, folks are quite bitterly divided over what should happen next with Governor Cuomo. I was just on Lieutenant Governor Hochul's home turf in Buffalo, speaking with voters there, and a lot of them, feel that at this time he should not resign. And so, should he resign or end up reaching a point in an impeachment process, and we're certainly not there yet, where he would end up being removed from office, which would, of course, be an extraordinary measure just in the history of New York, she would probably face a lot of voters, Democrats and others, who had very different feelings about how the situation around Governor Cuomo played out, and there would be quite a bit of healing to do.
Well, Katie Glueck, thank you so much for helping us put the spotlight on the Lieutenant Governor for the moment. Whether it remains there or not remains to be seen. Katie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.